In a world that is constantly trying to make you something else, being yourself is the greatest accomplishment. Those aren't my words, they belong to a man who wrote them nearly 200 years ago. His name was Ralph Waldo Emerson. We live in an age of constant noise. We check our phones to see what the world thinks. We look at trends to decide what to wear, and we look at social media to decide how to feel. But back in 1841, Emerson saw this coming. He saw that humanity was losing its soul to conformity. He wrote an essay called Self-Reliance. It wasn't just a book, it was a manifesto for the individual. Today we're going to dive deep into this timeless masterpiece. If you've ever felt like you're living someone else's life, or if you're afraid to speak your truth because of what they might say, this script, these words are for you. Emerson begins with a thunderbolt of a sentence. Trust thyself. Every heart vibrates to that iron string. Think about that for a second. Inside you, there is an instinct, an original thought. But how many times have you had a great idea, dismissed it, and then months later saw someone else acting on that exact same idea? You feel a sense of regret, don't you? Emerson argues that envy is ignorance, imitation is suicide. When you try to be like someone else, you are literally killing the unique person you were meant to be. He believes that God or the universe gave you a specific power, a specific plot of ground to till. No one else can do your work. The reason we don't trust ourselves is fear. We are afraid of being wrong. But Emerson says that a great man is he who, in the midst of the crowd, keeps with perfect sweetness the independence of solitude. You don't need to go to a mountain to be independent. You need to be independent right here, in the middle of the city, in the middle of your family, in the middle of the crowd. Now let's talk about the biggest barrier to your growth. Emerson calls it the hobgoblin of little minds. I'm talking about consistency. How many times have you stayed in a job, a relationship, or a habit just because that's who I've always been? We are terrified that if we change our minds today, people will call us hypocrites. Emerson's response is legendary. He says, a foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. He tells us that if you have a new truth today, speak it in words as hard as cannonballs, even if it contradicts everything you said yesterday. Why? Because a living tree grows. It changes. Only a dead pole stays the same. To be great is to be misunderstood. Pythagoras was misunderstood. Socrates, Jesus, Luther, Copernicus, Galileo, and Newton were all misunderstood. If people don't understand your growth, that is a sign that you are moving beyond the average. Do not be a slave to your own past. Emerson had a very harsh view of society. He said, society everywhere is in conspiracy against the manhood of every one of its members. Society wants you to be predictable. It wants you to be a good citizen who follows the rules without asking why. It demands conformity. But the self-reliant person knows that whoso would be a man must be a nonconformist. This doesn't mean you should break laws for the sake of it. It means your internal compass must be stronger than the external pressure. Emerson challenges us to ask, are these my thoughts, or am I just repeating what I heard on the news? He also talks about charity. This might sound controversial, but he says he hates giving money to reforms or societies just because it's expected. He says, your goodness must have some edge to it, else it is none. Don't be nice just to fit in. Be true even if it feels cold. Your first duty is to your own integrity. Where does this self-reliance come from? It's not just ego. Emerson believes there is a spontaneity or an instinct that connects us to a higher power. He calls it the oversoul. When you sit in silence and a thought flashes across your mind, that is the universe speaking through you. We spend our lives looking at the greats of history, the kings, the philosophers, and we think they were different from us. Emerson says they weren't. They just had the courage to listen to their own thoughts and act on them. He tells us to stop traveling, not literally, but mentally. We go to Italy, we go to England, we seek culture elsewhere because we feel empty inside. But Emerson says, the soul is no traveler, the wise man stays at home. You don't need to go to a sacred temple to find truth. The truth is in your room, the truth is in your work, the truth is in your breath. We reach the end of this journey with one of the most powerful closing statements in literature. Emerson looks at us and says, So use all that is called fortune. Most people look for luck or external success to make them happy. They chase money, fame, or praise. But these things are outside of you. They can be taken away in a second.